The Son of the Times, episode 589, from this undisclosed door that doubles as art. An undisclosed door, and it doubles as art. Look at that. All kinds of art on this door. For the people that love the snaps, there's my brand new Lillith Grimm t-shirt. Lillith Grimm, a glamour girl. Not Judy Martin or Leilani Kai, but she works for the Glamour promotion. She's held championship gold there. Current book I just started reading, Woodland, the story of the animals and people of Woodland Park Zoo by John Bierlein. John Bierlein wrote this. Look at that. And look who wrote the foreword for this very book here. I can show you here in a second. Betty White. Betty White wrote the foreword to the book before she passed. It's very interesting so far. Apparently, some guy named Finney owned the whole property in that area, and he started bringing animals into it. He sure did. Here's Chicken Bob. Chicken Bob enjoys the Woodland Park Zoo. He's been many times. Pictures of him at the zoo on his gram. He loves his gram. He puts pictures of he and animals up there all the time. Pictures of him with the giraffes and the chickens, the moo cows. Demon and Bunny coffee. It's a delicious coffee. Chicken Bob loves it so. Pamphlet for the Sign of the Times. Every show needs a pamphlet. And a JB Moonshine shirt. You can get that if you see JB Moonshine, if his knee's not bothering him, if he shows up, or if he's not busy towing a car apparently. Apparently he does that now. He thinks he's Triple D. Book I got for QT out of a little free library. Ostrich and Other Lost Things by Beth Hatala. Here's what it looks like inside the law office as Stephen P. New. Get even with Stephen if you will. The Twitter where you can follow me, but not literally. Much like Aubrey Edwards does. Much like the Razor Ramones do. They sure do. When they're not banned. When they get unbanned, they do. Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube, which you may be watching right now. Now you're probably watching it. Hopefully you subscribe to it, because otherwise Stompin' Steve walks around in circles with a nervous stomach saying, surely they must understand. The most recent CAC program, CAC rapidly coming up here. In the next few weeks, CAC will be upon us. An older program, hopefully Stuart Kemp has no medical issues at this year's CAC. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he does. Team Bad Knees, not one single good knee in that whole entire bunch, not one. Another proud member, Casey Carlisle. Pictures like that available at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com. Home for all your gift giving needs. You could get that for the upcoming Labor Day. Or for QT's birthday, some of those. Some of those available. Old Ken Hamlin has a birthday approaching. He'd probably love a gross of those. Some of those. She's got those. If you're of a certain age, some of those. Those. QT's personal favorite. Smaller ones if you're like short sleeve Samson height. There she is. There she is with her Uncle Paul. Paul and Wonderful Zach. Paul and the rest of his freak show. Paul and his buddy pal John Lennon, before they split, they had a vicious falling out. Not Big Vicious, but maybe he was involved in it. I don't know. Maybe Big Vicious had something to do with it. Autograph picture of Kevin Sullivan. Autograph picture of Seymour Snot, proud member of Gouge. Top 5 of the proudest members. More on Gouge in just a moment. Picture of Old Ken Hamlin throwing a rock through a McDonald's. Look at that. He threw that rock. He was probably practicing for if he ever had to throw a rock at someone that told him they didn't carry butterscotch sundaes at the Dairy Queen or something. This week, a busy week. Sunday on Turnbuckle Turmoil, we have Damon Dante, young wrestler out of Pennsylvania on Turnbuckle Turmoil. Coach will probably want to know what his coffee order is at the local Starbucks, or Coach might want to ask him if he's ever worked at the old ECW arena. I don't know. Then maybe, perhaps, possibly, I'll be heading to the Taylor Swift concert. That's to be determined. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If she's looking at her comp list and she has a blank space, she can write my name. But if not, I'll shake it off. Shake it off. But that could be happening. Monday, pretty much looking free. Tuesday, not much going on. Wednesday, pretty open. Next Thursday, maybe I'll watch old episodes of the animated Harlem Globetrotters. That was a good show. Globetrotters, like playing basketball, getting on a bus, solving crimes and stuff. They had a dog with them. That was a good one. Scatman Crothers voiced Meadowlark Lemon. He sure did. On Friday next week, we have Sheik Amir, manager at Gouge. He once hit me in my head. He tried to chicken nap Chicken Bob. I went to save Chicken Bob. He hit me right in my head. Who does that to a guy? Apparently Sheik Amir. But we'll have him on the show. We'll discuss that. He's a thorn in Seymour Snot's side as well, I believe. That might come up in the interview. But to review from this undisclosed wall door that looks like it's also doubling as art. Sunday, Damon Dante. Then maybe I'll go see Taylor Swift, but if not, there's no bad blood. On Monday, pretty open. Tuesday's free. Wednesday, pretty much open. Thursday, that's when I'll probably watch some Harlem Globetrotters animated show. It was in the 70s. Everybody got animated in the 70s and the 80s. Even Happy Days. That was a weird one, though. Harlem Globetrotters, much less weird. On Friday, Sheik Amir of Gouge. He's managed people like No Direction. He's managed Waylon Mays at one point in time, I think. Maybe, possibly, I'll ask him that on Friday. But pretty much episode 589